after the basics, after learning the concepts, then you actually want to start learning how to freestyle, right? The basics and the concepts, that's just sort of like, you know, you're practicing how to move with it. You're not, you know, maybe you're not able to like flow through all the moves like however the way that you want to, but that's what this next step is for, right? And so you break it down into creative sessions and what I call movement sessions, right? Both are equally important. Movement sessions are sort of what you've already been doing, right? You're in the mirror, you're just, you know, moving through these moves, right? At this point, you sort of want to just blank out. Like, don't think about the moves, don't try to do anything crazy or new. Literally just wherever your brain wants to do, just let it happen. Even if it looks stupid, if you're doing the same moves over and over, it doesn't matter. Put music on, get in the mirror, and just tut. Don't think, just move, right? So these sessions are important because it teaches your body to just move on, right? Even if you get into some weird angle, just do anything to get out, right? And just move on. This is sort of how like freestyle really works, is there's no stopping, right? Your body just keeps like moving and flowing, right? Doesn't mean that there's no pauses, it just means that, you know, you're moving on, you're not getting stuck or like freezing and like freaking out. You just want to, you know, keep pulling these moves out. And so I know that's like it's a little bit strange in the beginning because, you know, you want to start, you know, doing cooler moves or whatever, but it's really important that you just sort of teach your body to like keep moving, keep producing these moves, even if it's the same moves over and over. Freestyling has no rules, right? So, excuse me. So you want to teach your body to like keep moving like that, right? So that's one, that's the movement sessions. Two is the creative sessions, right? So this is where you actually like, you try to get creative, you try to make up moves, right? And so this actually requires thinking. So you're in the mirror, you're at the dance studio, whatever. You might want to have music with this, you might not. Maybe it's better to not have music. These go for like any dance style, by the way. In the beginning, maybe you don't want music because you're just practicing the moves, whatever. So for the creative sessions, you're in the mirror and you are thinking about each move, right? So you might want to start from the basic tutting angles. Then you're like, oh, trace, flip, flip again, come out, crumble, stack, domino, roll this over, and maybe do like hinge work, whatever, right? So I might be doing it a little bit faster than how the typical beginner would do it, but that's basically what you're doing, is, you know, you're in the mirror and you just sort of see, what can I do out of this? What have I not done before, right? Maybe try angles that you know, no one actually like taught you, like what the hell is this, right? But you can still do moves out of this, right? I mean, and if you practice it, it could look cool. That's what you get out of the creative sessions, right? Now, sometimes you don't get anything from the creative sessions. That just happens in creative sessions. You know, you're not always gonna get new moves. You're not always gonna move forward, but you will move forward eventually. And that's the point of like, you know, keep practicing, keep practicing. A lot of people have asked, you know, what do I do if I get into a loop, or in my creative sessions I'm doing the same crap over and over? The answer is pretty simple. I always say that, you know, this is like my favorite loop, right? This, you know, I start here, come out here, swoop over, don't move, get the hell out of the way. So here, right, come out. Now I'll just be tutting, blah, 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 and somehow I'll end up here again, right? And you know, whatever, I keep going, and I'm like, man, I just did that. Well, what I learned is, you know, from here, in my creative session, whatever, when I'm practicing, from here, I won't do this. Like in my practice, I just won't do it at all. It'll, you know, I'll come down here and come out, whatever, right? Or maybe both will come down and then I'll come up and start doing those moves, whatever. But the point is, like, every time I get here, I think I'm not doing that, right? I'll do anything but that. And so then when I get back into freestyle, I might still do this, but I know that next time I go there, I can do tons of different moves, right? I know it sounds simple. It may not be, you know, as easy to actually apply, but just make sure that you're conscious of it. If you're not conscious of your loop, you know, you're not going to be able to get out of the loop. And that, I mean, that's just the facts. But yeah, so the creative and movement sessions are probably the most important part of learning to freestyle. You're sort of you're getting comfortable, just continuing on, maybe doing moves over and over, maybe not doing moves over and over. That's getting you comfortable with the actual freestyle element of it. And then creative sessions are giving you the new moves to use as your body like keeps continuing to pull these moves out, right? And then sort of like the final test really is, can you turn the movement sessions into creative sessions, right?